Everything in this video is something I've already tried and loved. No new experiments, just my tried and true favorites. All on sale for Prime Day right now. I went through my most recommended products across home, fashion, and beauty, and I pulled together 50 of the best deals. They're the things I keep coming back to, the things I use the most often, the products I get asked most about. They're some of the best everyday finds that I've talked about on this channel. We are going to move through these pretty quickly, so I'll put timestamps below so you can get right to the category that you're most interested in, and I'll put the links in all of the usual places. The description box, the pinned comment, and many of them are now on the YouTube shopping platform tagged on the lower part of the screen here. Okay, let's start with fashion because that seems to be your favorite category and I have some really good finds for this one. First and foremost, this is a fairly recent find. This floral toile print top comes in lots of colors. It looks like it came straight out of a boutique. It came straight out of Amazon. It's 68% off. It is under $15 for this sale. That is a great deal. I love the sleeve length, comes right about to the elbow, so you get some nice upper arm coverage. It's still a short sleeve and it works well with all kinds of bottoms, pants, denim, skirts, you name it. Next is a much more expensive find. It's from Varley, and I'm a big fan of Varley. I know a lot of you are as well. It's also more of a luxury price point. They do have a store on Amazon, and this zip-through sweatshirt that I swear by for travel, especially airport travel, is 25% off. There are quite a few other Varley pieces in the Amazon Prime sale, but this is the standout for me. This next one came as a recommendation from one of you, and it is fantastic. These are the no-show socks we all need. They're low cut enough across the toe so you can wear them with ballet flats, Mary Janes, loafers. They're not gonna show. They do not budge. They are also a little more expensive than your average no-show sock, probably because they actually do their job. They stay put. They are 15% off, which isn't the biggest discount, but because they're higher price point, you still do get a lot of bang for your buck there. Next, this is one we've just talked about. It instantly became a bestseller. I love that something we just found together is now on sale. This long sleeve gauze top. It is 100% cotton. I picked it up in the rose red shade, which is like a pinky red. I'm really eyeing the softer blue one. It's so pretty. It's 14% off and not the biggest discount, but it's a good chunk and it puts it under $30. This skinny belt is amazing. It's a designer inspired piece. I've seen people say it looks like something from Hermes. I've also been told it looks like something from Celine. I didn't know that when I bought it. I just liked the look of it. I call it the Turnlock skinny belt and it is $15.92. I did not write down what that discount is, but it's normally right around $20. So you're saving $5. About 25% off actually. These loafers were another kind of higher price point for Amazon. They are another designer inspired look and they are 48% off. That's a huge discount. This is another workhorse of my summer wardrobe. These Fruit of the Loom bralettes. They're basically like soft cotton camisoles that also double, they say, as a sports bra, but I do not recommend working out in these. If you have breasts that actually move, you're gonna hurt yourself. But what they're great for is if you have a top that has really low armholes and you wanna make sure your bra's covered, or maybe you're wearing something that a regular bra, the straps are gonna show and you just need some support. You can just do a lot with them. They come in lots of colors. I like to just get the basic ones, but at this price, 21% off, you gotta jump on that one. These shoes, we have talked about these shoes a lot. These are a big one. These are from Dolce Vita. That is a brand you find at Nordstrom and other high-end retailers. They're also found on Amazon. These are a double strap suede Mary Jane style. They are 52% off, and these are not a fall only shoe. I wear them during the spring and summer as well. Sticking with shoes, I've looked everywhere for a shoe in this particular color. I wanted a cooler toned, lighter brown. These are from Madden Girl. They're 45% off. They do come in, I think, a dozen other color combinations at least. I would say they run true to size. They're very comfortable. They look like a much higher end shoe. They are more of a fashion sneaker than a workout sneaker. They're gonna work with all the outfits that you would wanna wear your sneakers with. Great for travel and walking around, and 45% off. Go Amazon. Okay, this one, pretty excited about. This is a fairly recent find that was a bestseller amongst all of you. Now this is actually part of a set. It comes with a matching pair of shorts and it's 40% off. It does come in lots of other colors, solids as well, and I think some patterns with hearts. I like the stripes. If you don't like the green, it's Amazon. You know there's going to be lots of other color options. This clear band sandal. This is a fantastic find. All of these, like I said, I've recommended before at full price, so I stand behind them. When they're on sale, that's even better. The clear band sandal is fantastic because it's just a bit of a heel, but nothing too much. And the clear band part means it goes with every outfit that you have. So this is a great one to buy. You're going to wear it all the time. And the clear band does not make your feet get sweaty, I assure you. Okay, next, we gotta think ahead a little bit. We're prepping for fall, believe it or not. In just a few weeks, the Nordstrom anniversary sale is coming, which is all about fall and winter, so we're getting there. This faux suede bubble hem bomber. That's a mouthful. I bought 2 or 3 of these. I love them, especially when your jacket becomes the outfit when you're outside all day long in the fall. You want something cute. I like the cream one because it goes with all the things, but I did pick it up in a soft green and a cranberry as well, and it's super soft, has nice gold hardware. It looks expensive. It's 20% off right now. And another jacket that I highly recommend is this cropped trench. Now, I wouldn't pull it out if it's actually raining or anything like that. Grab a rain jacket or a full-length trench coat. But just for a cute throw-on over something, especially in the fall or in the spring, this cropped trench coat, especially if you're petite or short torsoed, is really flattering. And it is, let me check, 33% off. And I've been raving about these mesh ballet flats for years now. And I have bought 3 pairs of these in different colors. They're 36% off. They're really comfortable. And you don't have to undo that buckle every time you want to get in and out of the shoe. You just slide your feet in and out. So really easy to get on and off if you're like me and you're lazy about getting your shoes on and off. They're not quite a step in, but they're just one step above that. And then this is a dress we've talked about a lot recently. This is the Scuba Knit Crewneck maxi dress. I've raved about this as a travel dress, styling it a bunch of ways, comes in a bunch of colors, but I do think if you want something that's easy to dress up, the black is a really good option, and it's almost 25% off during the Prime Day sales. And I should have mentioned, they started yesterday. It's just, I didn't want to bombard you with videos, and it goes through the 27th, so you have time. Don't completely freak out. Things like the Varley may sell out fast because stuff like that rarely goes on sale. Everything else, don't feel rushed. You have a couple of days. I'm going to end the fashion stuff with just one that we're grown-ups, we're women over 50 mostly. We can discuss this maturely. These Nippies nipple covers, they do come in handy. I joke that when people can see my legs like through a maxi skirt with the sun shining and people, oh, you should wear a slip. I go, yes. Oh my gosh. How could I let you know that I actually have legs? However, I know we all have nipples. I just don't want to see yours or mine, frankly, for that matter. So if you're worried about show through, I cannot believe I'm doing this. If you're worried about show through, you can pop these on, like say in a swimsuit. Maybe it's not lined. You don't, want the headlights shining. Pop those on. Or what I like to do is I like to wear those Fruit of the Loom little cami bras I shared earlier and pop those in because they're not lined. So then we get the coverage. I got to move my hands and then we get a little bit of support. They come in handy for so many things. Trust me on this. They're 28% off and now I'm going to stop talking about it because it's ridiculous. Okay, the next category is home and that's my favorite because everything in here is so random, kind of like my thoughts. So let's start with possibly the most recommended and honestly the most used thing because it's just on auto all day, all night in my house. That is the Coway Air Filter. I have been recommending this for years. It's the #1 air filter recommended by Wirecutter, if that means anything to you. What I love about it is not just its functionality, which is really important. It works really, really well, but replacing the air filters does not cost as much as replacing the whole unit like Dyson. It's, I don't know, $30 for a year's worth of air filters. And it's actually nice to look at. It is aesthetically, is the word I'm looking for, pleasing. So it can be visible, which it should be, not just tucked away in a corner. Okay, let's talk about cookware. I'm an empty nester. I don't really cook anymore. That's the stage of life I'm in and I'm enjoying it. So when I do bother to cook or bake, I want it to be easy. So we recently switched, took a little while to integrate all the things, but we switched to Caraway for our cookware and our bakeware. And it is, let me get this right, 20% off all their stuff, I believe, 20% off. The 2 things I want to recommend, first, this cookware set. Now this isn't the whole entire cookware set, which is about $1,000 or so, which if you want, it's on sale, knock yourself out. If you want to ease into it, I would recommend this one. It's just so easy to cook. You don't need you don't need any oil or butter in there. Your stuff just slides right out, easy to clean up, non-toxic, none of the PFAS or any of the chemical stuff we're supposed to be avoiding. And then I switched to the bakeware because I do bake more often than not, mostly frozen pizzas and things like that. And it's the same deal. Nothing sticks to it. Super easy to use. And Caraway is one of those things you can buy a single pan, you can buy a single muffin tin, and those are in the sale as well. And then you can kind of build up. Just wanted to let you know about that, especially those of you who have kids, maybe who have just graduated from college, they're moving into their first apartment. This might be something, you just 1 or 2 pieces to kind of get them going. Next is the Shark WandVac. I use this all the time. My husband uses it all the time to vacuum up his beard hairs off the bathroom sink, which makes me crazy. It's slim, it's discreet. We keep it in our laundry room, which has no storage space. So you know if I'm keeping it around, it's good. Easy to empty out and clean. It's kind of like what was that we grew up with? The Dust Buster. Same idea, much more slim and compact, more powerful. I've recommended this one quite a bit. Use this quite a bit, especially this time of year. This is the Shark TurboBlade. This is the original one. All it does is blow cold air. There's a newer one that does cold and it heats. That's, as far as I can tell, not on sale, but for the most part, I really just need the cold one. If I am actually ever cold at night, it's kind of a miracle. So want to let you know it is only $199. It's usually well over $200 during the non-Prime days. I have mentioned that we have been phasing out the more toxic things in my kitchen. One of the appliances we do use more often than the actual oven in the wall over there is this air fryer, and we switched to this all stainless steel one. There's no plastics in it. Does that make a difference? I don't know, but you just, every little thing, right? It's much bigger also than most air fryers. You could get like a whole chicken in there. You could cook an entire meal for a family of 4, which is nice. And it has a million other settings as well, but the setting I use the most, air fry. My cotton linen duvet cover is on sale. It's 35% off. The price, of course, depends on the size that you order. I do recommend ordering one size larger than your actual bed. So we have, I believe, the oversized king, so you get more drape. It's so lightweight, it doesn't wrinkle, it keeps you cool. Dog fur just kind of rolls right off it. The dogs sleep with us on top of it, so I can speak from experience. And I know you're gonna ask me, but what do you put inside it? Well, I like a big, fluffy down comforter, even though I sleep hot at night. So this is the one. It's a lightweight down insert. It is on sale, about 14% off. This is one of those ones, again, it's a higher price point, so 14% off does help. And again, order the size that coordinates, or even one bigger than the actual size of your duvet cover, so it's that overstuffed, fluffy feel. I do not get hot under that. I burrow under it like a mole every night, sleep mask on, don't wake up sweating, especially if you have that Shark Turbo fan going at the same time. These are the things women over 50 are thinking about, are we not? Now, on the flip side, I do like a pretty quilt folded at the bottom of my bed, this velvet quilt set. We have this on our guest room upstairs, and I'm gonna order one for my room for the fall winter. I think it's a Pottery Barn inspired thing. The whole set, including the shams, is 45% off. It's gorgeous, and it comes in the slate blue that will be perfect for my room, but it comes in lots of other colors for everybody else's rooms too. This is the ultimate lazy girls. I use this every day too. It is a plug-in dimmer switch. So God forbid I reach over and turn off a lamp at night. I have my sconce on the wall. It is plugged into this dimmer switch, and then the dimmer switch rests right on the edge of my nightstand. I don't want to say that I'm lazy, I just like to be efficient in my movements. Anyway, this one is a lifesaver, and it is on sale for 15% off. It's one of those ones I'm recommending more because I use it every day and I love it, and you need to know about it, and it also happens to be on sale. Have I mentioned I'm over 50? I'm 53 years old and I love every minute of it, but that does come with more prescription meds and supplements and vitamins and keeping track of all of it. Like I said, I've shared this before. This is my 31-day pill organizer, morning and evening segments. Very big, very easy to fill all at once at the beginning of the month, and then you're good for the rest of the month. So efficiency here, and it is on sale 44% off. It does come in quite a few other colors if you don't like the clear. And then this one is actually one that my son loves. I got this for him because my younger son leaves for work before the sun rises more often than not, and he misses seeing a sunrise. So this is the Hatch Sunrise Alarm Clock, which is quite helpful. It does also have an alarm, but it wakes you up to faux sunlight. And in case that isn't enough for you, it also will make a noise to wake you up, and it is 20% off. Again, a great postgraduate present for those new to the workforce as they start their working life. I have a few recommendations in the personal electronics category, kind of part of home. The first one is my phone case. It's a square edge phone case. It comes in all different kinds of patterns and colors. This is, I think, opal iridescent or something like that. And even though I've had really nice cases sent to me for free, I keep coming back to this one by Flaunt, and it is 30% off. Also, this portable charger is by the brand Anker, which is a great brand if you're worried about portable chargers bursting into flame. This one is probably the least likely to do so. It's MagSafe, so it just sticks right to the back of your phone, but it also has a little cord attached, so you could stick it into a device that is not MagSafe, and you can have two people using it at the same time. The Kindle Paperwhite, of course, during Amazon Prime Day deals, the Kindles are all on sale. I just have the basic Paperwhite. It doesn't do anything exciting. It just lets me read on the go, and it is $124.99, which is 21% off, and I checked it's the lowest price year to date so far. So that is a really good deal. Now let's get to beauty. And I know I said that I've tried and tested every single one of these. It was a bit of a exaggeration. There's a few things that are on my wish list sitting in my cart that I wanted to throw in here as well. First of all is this Prequel Skin half and half. It's kind of part of that whole hydrating road glaze milk, extra layer of hydration without adding a thick layer of moisturizer. It's in that category. And if you have oily skin, I've been told this works just as a straight up moisturizer. And if you're like me and you have dry skin, this is a great layer before you put on your moisturizer. It's 23% off. As far as I can tell, all the Prequel products are 20-something% off. They're all on sale. So if you've been curious about this brand, now is a really good time to try it. Okay, this one is a big one. It's the Therabody TheraFace Depuffing Device. I think it also heats, but I'm more interested in the cold. I don't know if you've noticed this during my videos. I have been the same weight for well over a year, but in some of my videos, my face is like out to here, and in some of my videos, it's more slender, and it's all because I can get puffy. Probably related to my age, my hormones, and all the various autoimmune diseases that I have, but regardless, I think this thing would be fantastic. I have friends who have it and love it, and let me look that price up for you. It's 29% off. It's expensive. So at this price, it's almost 30% less expensive. Okay, now this I own. This is the laser hair removal device that I love, I use, and I've used a bunch over the years. This is the least painful and the most effective. I've used this honestly from here down on all the parts, and it works like a charm. Next, this is my current favorite cleansing balm. I have shared the Colleen Rothschild one for years. I believe hers is still in the sale as well. I like it. The one thing I don't love about the Colleen Rothschild cleansing balm is you have to put it on dry skin. So if you're in the shower, you can't use it. If you've already done, say, a first cleanse with micellar water, you can't use it. The Elemis cleansing balm, just as effective as the Colleen Rothschild, but you can use it on wet skin or with wet hands. You do not need a towel to take it off. It emulsifies once the water hits it and it turns more into a cream cleanser. I like taking it off with a washcloth. I love this scent. This is the original. It also comes in unscented, which a lot of people prefer, and the Colleen's doesn't. So that is on sale. What is it? It's listed for, it's 50% off. That is absolutely huge. But speaking of Colleen Rothschild, I still very much like her tinted illuminating eye cream. This is a moisturizer for your eyes that happens to be tinted a peach tone, so it helps with dark circles and brightness. It's not makeup though, but it's $33.60, and I believe this is close to $50 some odd normally, so that is a really good sale price. Also some skincare, Remedy Skin, all of it is on sale. I think 20 to 25% off, but their vitamin C serum, which is hands down the best vitamin C serum I've ever used, is 30% off, which puts it under $20. I have very sensitive reactive skin, and it has done really well with the vitamin C serum. SPF, kind of important all the time. Color Science is still my go-to. It's still my favorite. It is on sale. It is 20% off. The two shades I want to recommend, if you want some with coverage and no glow, just the regular, this guy, the Flex. With my tan, I am in the light shade. That tells you anything about how fair I normally am. If you want a little glow underneath your foundation, which is what I have on today, go for the Glow. It does give a tiny bit of coverage, but also a glow. Do I look extra glowy? And if you're a no makeup girl, the tinted version in fair, light, medium, tan, deep, you're gonna love it. Another complexion product that I have on my face actually is the IT Cosmetics. Now, The original CC Cream is in there, but my favorite is the Nude Glow. And this one is on sale 35% off. I think I'm in the shade Fair Light right now. It's either Fair Light or Light. I'm kind of in between shades at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna pop in a picture of 2 hair products that I have raved about that have really changed how I do my hair. The Shark Speed Style Pro Flex. Now I have one step down from this. It doesn't flex. It's the same exact hair dryer, but mine doesn't fold up. So this one is even better. It's 40% off, which is a great deal. It will get your hair dry like that. It is like putting your face in front of a jet engine. And then to finish it off, I use the Shark Glossy 2-in-1 tool. It works on wet or dry hair, which is fantastic. So it can double as one of those heated brush thingies. And that one is 33% off. So I'll do the rough dry with the first tool that I shared, the hair dryer. And then when it's about 85, 90% dry, I'll come in with this 2-in-1 thing and just finish it off and smooth it out. This was done, my hair was colored yesterday. So this, I can't do this. Now, BK brushes are 20% off, and I like all of them. But if I had to narrow it down to 3, I would recommend the 116, which is like a rounded, it's not like, it is a rounded foundation brush. I use it for foundation, patting it on and buffing it in. I use it for concealer. I can use it for bronzer. I can use it like any cream or liquid product. I use this. So if you had to pick one brush that would get you the most bang for your buck, a phrase I clearly like to say a lot, this is the one. However, this little guy is my newest favorite. This is the 109. It's a bit of an angled brush, and this is best for the contour products, the cheekbone products, like cream blush, cream contour, cream bronzer, blend it in along my nose. I do liquid blush here, but it also works as a foundation brush, especially if you have a smaller face. You can use this to stipple in and blend foundation all over your face as well. Those are 20% off, but the Angie Hot and Flashy little cat paw concealer brush, she is 40% off, and this one is fantastic. This is what I use to blend in my under eye concealer. Also, any blemishes that I may have, I have a few. It's great for patting in the concealer. I've even seen people use this to just get pack on shadow across their lid. And one more brush, probably the oldest brush I have in my collection. This is the IT Cosmetics Angled Blush Brush. It's big. Like, I don't have a big head, so this is big. So I use this for my bronzer, just buffing it in big sweeps across my face and down my neck. Now, you could use this for blush, but I think it's a little too big for that. But I have had this brush for maybe a decade. I mean, it's fantastic. It's held up through hundreds of washings. Also on my face today is the Tarte Tartelette Tubing Mascara, the original one in the purple tube. This one is 40% off. I think a lot of Tarte products are, but this is the standout. This one's my favorite. It's what I have on. Can you even see from there? I don't know. It's what I have on my eyes right now. It is fabulous. It's a great summer mascara, especially because it only comes off with warm water. So if you're standing outside and sweating, it's not gonna run down your face. But should you need a shower after you've been standing outside and sweating, might I suggest the Cyclar body washes. These smell amazing. I've raved for months and months about the Sacred Santal scent. That is my personal favorite. We've used up 2 of those bottles. We've moved on to this one. The scent, I believe, is Crescent, which is one of their more unisex smells, I would say, scents. It's clean, it's fresh, it's a little warm. It's not as spa-like and green, it's a little more warm. I'm sure there's a better description on the website, but these are great, and it's 15% off. Then let's talk about something I actually used today and recently recommended. These are the Luxe Unfiltered Iced Latte Eye Patches. They are a cooling eye mask, and I had them on this morning for about an hour. I just kind of forgot they were on. They were still cold when I took them off. So if you want that deep puffing and if you just get overheated and you need to cool down, pop these on. And what I like is that they're not the gooey kind. They're individually packaged and they just stick on. There's not serum running down your face. So these are great for travel or even to keep in your purse if you get hot as you move through life. Then a lip gloss I love, the Lawless Lip Gloss, 25% off. And let me let you in on a little secret. So a lot of these brands have their own storefronts on Amazon, like Lawless. And a lot of these shades of the Lawless Lip Gloss go viral. They sell out at Sephora, where they're more popularly sold. They're always in stock on Amazon. Well, maybe not now because they're 25% off. And let's finish off with something that's calming. I've talked about these for years. The Cornea Care Rest self-heating eye masks. You pop this thing on, it starts heating up as it's exposed to air. If you suffer from dry eyes, when you're traveling, if you have a migraine, allergies, this is an absolute lifesaver. I see 2 ophthalmologists that are specialists for various eye issues. They both recommended this one to me. They do have a cooling version, but it's the low heat on your eyes that really works the best. Highly, highly recommend, and they are 20% off. All right, my friends, that was possibly epic. 50 items in the Amazon Prime Day sales I already love, I already use. I know many of you already use and love them. So whether you're restocking and you want a really good deal, or you've been curious and now is the time to try them, everything is linked in the usual places. Thanks for hanging out with me. I think this was a long one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.